Welcome, welcome. It's Wednesday. I'm the Doc, the DOC from the 313. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. It's lunchtime. Figure knock one out for the next hour. You got 60 minutes. Now, it's a special broadcast because during this said broadcast, I will give away 2 passes to the Detroit Lions joint practice against the Texans right here. Right here. All you got to do if you're watching early, just let me know you want them. Let me know in the comments that you want to go. 2 passes. I'll email it to you right from the information that you send via DM on X. So you just got to follow what you got to do. You got to like the stream. You got to be subscribed. Hit that retweet on that post. And you got to be watching throughout this show. You got about an hour. So it could be right now I give them away. It could be at the end. But if you want to go, just like this stream, retweet that post, and thank you. Let me know you want them. But we got a lot of things to get to. They will be transferred right from me to you in an email. So you have to have an email that functions. And we'll give it to you today, right now, maybe even as we're talking. So we got an hour. You got an hour. So make sure you retweet, subscribe, and get after it. That's how you do it. Watch along. We'll be here till about 1 o'clock. And we got to get after it today. Quick pace show. A lot of steak and potatoes to get after. First things first, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, wonderful interview on the pivot. Ryan Clark definitely has an in with the Lions, being that he's got a connection with Dan Campbell, former players. I believe you said former teammates with the Giants. So you know that former players get respect. He does an in-person interview quite a bit with the Lions. He visits every year's training camp. So Ryan Clark, even though he wouldn't talk to the media, that's fine. But he definitely was able to get Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. And quite frankly, I thought it was great. I was interested in what Jahmyr Gibbs said, in that he went to Alabama, had tough practices, kind of in his mind thought that it wouldn't be the same in Detroit. Maybe someone talked to him at another team. But David Montgomery said, David Montgomery, one of the most talented running backs in the National Football League, he was asked by Ryan Clark, like, what makes Dan Campbell so relatable? What makes him such a successful NFL coach? And he's like, quite simply, everybody that plays football for the Detroit Lions is held accountable. If you're a star or if you're the guy at 90th on the roster battling, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, Dan Campbell is harsh. Dan Campbell does not have favorites. He doesn't treat players differently based on their star level. And all the players respect it because they know if they loaf, they know someone's going to be there to say, hey, pick up the pace. This is not the standard here in Detroit. That's why the Lions have had a steady climb, is that every single player knows that this is the standard. And if anything happens below that standard, there's going to be an issue. And he used the word harsh. It should not be a surprise. If you listen to this show, I told you that Dan Campbell has that Bill Parcells, Bill Belichick in him. I told you that. And I've told you that for the last couple years. Nice guy in the media, friendly. But when it comes down to football, if you're not working hard, if you're showing on tape anything less than what he knows you're capable of, it's not going to be delivered in the nicest way. And that's how you raise the standard. And the number one most important thing is that you do that to Jared Goff. You do that to Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr was like, I came here and I thought we'd be working in sweats and kind of take it a little easier. He's like, man, this is just an extension of Alabama. That's why Alabama wins. That's why the Lions win. Accountability, a standard. You hold the standard no matter what. You hold the standard. This is what we expect. If you don't do it, there's going to be some issues. That's why the Lions are successful. It's a great podcast. Listen to it regularly. That's why the Lions are successful. Good players, accountable players, competitive players that will work to the standard. And if they're not being where they need to be, then Dan Campbell gets after it with the players across the board, from Jared Goff all the way down. Make sure you check it out. I think it's about an hour-long podcast. Again, you could be one of the people that wins. I'm giving away a pair of passes for tomorrow's practice if you can go. You just got to let me know you want them. I'm giving away one pair. You got to like the stream, guys. Got to, there's early 100 people having lunch with me. If you want a pair, let me know. We'll get after it. We'll give one pair away during this very stream. We'll send you a DM. What is your info? And we'll get after it. Nice of you. My mom's name is Booner. I'm a season ticket holder, and I've already been. Rather let someone else go. No worries. If you want a pair, you can go to Allen Park tomorrow, like the stream, hit that retweet, subscribe. You have a chance to go free. Shout out Brent from Twin Lake, Michigan. Now, did you guys see it? I shared it. Holy cow. David Shaw basically told Isaac Tesla, you are unguardable. What a video. I think NFL reporter Jordan Schultz and a couple others were the first to share it from a Lions clip. Basically, it's after Kyle Allen threw a touchdown toss that was contested to Isaac Tesla against the Dolphins, and you could see the strength that Tesla had. He came down with the football. He won the contested battle, and we've seen that all camp. You just saw it in the most recent Detroit Lions practice. Went up against DJ Reed and had a great catch. So Isaac Tesla every single day has been the talk of training camp. Is he the number 3 wide receiver right now? He's sure making a case. But in the clip, it's amazing. David Shaw says, hey, with your hands and your speed and your body type, there's no contested catches. It's all you. You're going to come down with the football. Man, you know how much confidence that should give a young rookie? Do the work, grind. The football is going to come your way. You're going to come down with it. His size, his ability to come down with the football. And like I told you guys in a previous podcast, and now I'm seeing it in some of the comments on my posts, many people are saying, you know what? That kind of style of play reminds a lot of people of Herman Moore, one of the greats that played and suited up for the Detroit Lions. Absolutely. Herman Moore. You know, you look at a player that was just able to high point the ball, made so many catches, came in and was a productive player early on when he was part of the Lions organization. Tesla to get praise from David Shaw, who's been around the game, who's understood seen some players come through that have been quite successful at the collegiate level and in the NFL. For that praise to be levied, that's really something that should give Tesla a lot of confidence in his rookie year. He's making plays. And Dan Campbell hinted at it when I asked him. He's like, we're going to need Isaac Tesla. That means they're going to target him maybe in the playoffs. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great opportunity to really watch a player grow. Go off to Tesla. Go off to JMO. Go off to St. Brown. This Lions offense is poised to do a lot of good things. I thought that David Shaw praising Isaac Tesla was really special. It was really awesome. Absolutely. I see it. Kiera, absolutely. Tesla has been staying after practice with Goff, St. Brown, and Coliff. He's a grinder and hungry. Absolutely. I see it. You know, and so I haven't videoed that because I like to showcase some players when they talk. I'm only allowed a certain amount of time to share on social media. But yeah, I've seen it. Oh my goodness, Virginia. My dad's 70th birthday is tomorrow. He's a huge Lions fan. I'd love for him to go. Man, it's going to be tough to top. Stay tuned throughout the broadcast. You're able to go? You're able to take him? It would be you and your father tomorrow. And then you'd almost have to guarantee that we'd meet. That'd be great. That'd be special. All right, Virginia, stay tuned. You might be the leader in the clubhouse. Man, that would make someone's birthday. But don't be fibbing, because I might have to come by and say hello. My goodness. So stay tuned. Make sure you follow on X, because the only way for me to contact you is then letting me direct message you to get your information. Virginia. Man, that's a good That would make me happy to see someone enjoy their birthday with the Lions. Weather should be okay. A couple hour practice. He'll get after it. Got to get there early. But thank you, Virginia. That's really awesome. You're a nice daughter. David Shaw, Lions wide receiver Isaac Tesla. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch. I'm excited to see his journey. I'm excited that the television stations have wanted to interview him 40 times in training camp. And you could see, which was great, because now as I'm talking to you guys, I know what Dan Campbell's doing. He's like, Doc, I know what you're doing. You're trying to get that hype train rolling. We don't do the hype as a head coach. He gave the straight-laced answer. Imagine if Dan would have just said, Doc, we need him with the ones. But the other part was, what do you need to see against the top defenders? What do you need to see him against Tyrion Arnold? What do you need to see from him against DJ Reed? I would have liked to maybe have Dan say, I don't know if he can match up with our defenders. Challenge him publicly a little bit. Say, I don't know. Our defenders have been great. I'm not so certain that he can get after it. Now, that would have been fun. A little public challenge. But, AG, Dan Campbell, they're not all about the media hyping up players. I get it. But Tesla, I mean, if naturally speaking, I don't think he's going to have a dip in production or work ethic because the doc is highlighting him every single day in one article. How do you prevent that? You yell at him in practice and say, hey, you missed a spot. You missed your route. You ain't with the ones yet. You ain't never going to be with the ones. Challenge them. That's what's great about the Lions. I think they all have natural big egos, but they're all within 5 seconds of Scotty Montgomery coming down on him and letting him know, listen, kid, this is not how you do it. Man, maybe at the end, I think with the statute of limitations ending, maybe next Thursday, it'll be like 10 days after it happened. I'll share maybe what Scotty Montgomery was doing. His coaching style was pretty awesome. Not what he was saying, what he was doing. It was awesome. Scotty Montgomery's great. Tashard Choice, great coaches. So I think the coaching staff is what's been a big part of the reason for the Lions' success. All right. The biggest part of our show today is tomorrow. There will be joint practices. And it's going to be very fun. It's going to be a great opportunity for a lot of people to get out there. And hopefully one of you can be out there as well. Let me know if you want the tickets. Hit that like button. Keep those likes rising. At some point, I just will stop and send them out right here on the show. You got to have a functioning email. Joint practice preview. I'll be out there. Another winner will be out there as well, along with the person I send them to right now. So it's going to be a very fun practice. I do think it's going to be a lot more competitive than it was against the Dolphins. I think that you're going to read a lot of tweets of good plays from CJ Stroud and Nico Collins. You're going to hear some great plays from Jared Goff and St. Brown and Jameson Williams. And I think it's going to be very competitive. I think it might be one of those deals where it's going to be a very, very close competitive battle. I would be surprised if there was an overwhelming winner. Brent, how am I picking? You got to like this stream. Got to retweet the post with the YouTube link. Make sure you retweet it. Now, I could bend a little bit on that. But basically, if someone asks in here, the biggest way I'm looking is if someone asks for them. If they want them, and they'll go. And I'm just going to pick. But definitely, you got to like and subscribe. You got to be subscribed to the channel. You got to hit that notification bell. You got to know when I'm coming, when I'm going to be broadcasting. You got to know, hey, Doc's going live. Like I said, I'm going live. It'll be 40 days next Thursday. I counted every single day. 40 straight podcasts. Nobody did that. Nobody can say throughout a training camp in Detroit Lions history that they podcasted 40 straight days. Every single day through camp. Nobody's done it. I'm the first. 40 straight days, including Saturday and Sunday. Nobody's done it. I'm the first. Top that. Growing, adding more subscribers, talking about the Lions. It's a fun time. And I get to reward you guys and give you tickets live and prove the haters wrong when I'm going to do it right now. So top that. Not only do I enjoy doing this for you guys, but I also am grateful and want to give back as much as humanly possible. Yeah, Lane, and I do, and I never say no to interviews. I hop on everybody's podcast to support as many as humanly possible. Absolutely. All right. Here are the matchups that we previewed. Going to share what Christian's great work that he did this morning, and definitely helped me as well get started and kickstarted my preview. Here are the 5 matchups to watch to make sure you pay attention to. This is our Detroit Lions on SI site. And to clarify, like I said, someone messaged yesterday and said, we're so confused with all the names you got going on. I know, right? The more names, the better. Now, remember, as you see over my shoulder, the DSP is Detroit Sports Podcast. That's the founding title of what we started. And so that's really, in the end, affiliated with me and Adam Straczynski. Those are us two. Now, with that said, we partner with whoever likes to work with us. We're open. I'm not locked down. That's the one thing that I love about the partnership with OnSI. I can partner with anybody I want to, but I will not write any written content about the Lions written for anybody else but OnSI. That's the agreement. But I can do podcasts. I can do whatever. So that's why I can hop on everybody's podcast, do whatever I need to do. So it's Detroit Sports Podcast. I'm the doc. This podcast that you're watching is called the Lone Wolves Detroit Lions Podcast. And it's real simple. I feel like I have that lone wolf mentality, go against the grain, do what I need to do to succeed. And I run the operation. I'm the lone wolf, baby. But like I said, Christian, I'm hoping once he fires up that internet, we'll come back. You know, he had a life transition going on, but he's still working, still grinding, helping out the project. And once he gets that, look at that. Oh, look at that. We can watch a live commercial. Paying myself. You go to the site and the video automatically plays. You can't avoid it. So if you ever just want to do me a solid, enjoy a video, and it'll be a fresh topic every single day. We refresh. I've done 50 new videos this month through 20 days. I was like, 50? Holy cow. But yeah, I promised them about 15 new videos a week. So I'm creating the content. So thank you. And read the content. It would mean a lot to me. Let's go. Penei Sewell against Will Anderson. Everybody wants to see it. It's legitimate star power. Now I got to figure out a way to position myself because I know what's going to happen. Here's what's going to stink for the doc. I have not contacted if there's going to be another Houston reporter from OnSI coming to Detroit. I doubt it, but I got to find out. If it's not, I got to pick a field. And most likely I'm going to pick the Lions offense against the Texans defense. That's just the way it goes. So I will be trying to watch, but what's going to happen is they're going to split. So they're going to do the one-on-ones and the battles, and they're going to do the Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown against their defenders. If I pick, guys, just type in the chat, what would you rather read about? Did Penei Sewell beat the Texans' edge in a pit battle? Or do you want to know if Amon-Ra and J-Mo beat their defenders in a one-on-one? What would you rather read? I feel like you'd rather read about J-Mo and the Stars, but I'm always curious. I like watching the pit. You tell me what gets you just to read it more, the pit or the Stars. You tell me. But that's going to be great. I think both sides are very excited. I think everybody wants to see Christian Kirk and Nico Collins against our DBs. Who's got the edge? See, the problem, you guys know, Elaine, which is crazy, is that the second I watch the pit, Goff's going to light up their secondary and is going to have great tosses to St. Brown, great tosses to Isaac Tesla. Man, I should have been more forceful with the Lions and been like, listen, here are our numbers. Here. Which would break confidentiality, but here, you know how people read this? It's important. I need 2 eyes. I'm only one person. That's my greatest downfall. I'm too nice. Way too nice. Should have been like, unacceptable. I need two. I need 2 passes, please. I am one old man, but a lot of energy. But I feel like I'm missing out. I don't want to feel like there's something I could see that I could share with you guys. I hate that. And also, too, it hurts my neck. So it's like this. This is what it's like. If you could see me on the left side, it's like this. Left side, right side, left side, right side, write it down. It's like, holy cow, man, that's a detriment to my health. And my competition's young and hungry. I'm old. I got into the game at 39. These kids are in their mid-30s and younger. But I feel like I've held my own. But I want to see. Hopefully, I want to see Nico Collins too. Listen. If today's my last podcast, if my memory serves me right, I'm not going to be allowed to yell out to Nico Collins, Harbaugh cheated. I might walk by and be like, Harbaugh cheated. Connor Stalions is a B. He's going to be like, what? Be like, it was Ben. Him. Michigan's a fraud. I'll be like, Nico, when you were at Michigan, they never tossed you the ball, man. Where did you come from? I thought you were going to be an average receiver. That offense, your offensive coordinator never gave you the rock, brother. Go green. Oh, shoot, I do wear this too. I should be like, check out this bracelet here. I'm a national reporter, locally based here in Detroit. Look at this. It's not really symbolic of anything, but, Michigan State beat you guys quite a bit when I think you were playing. Trouble with the snap, all that kind of stuff. I gotta be locked in. Like, this is not college. This is professional. Elaine, thank you. I am funny. Oh, yeah. Look at you. You guys are great. Superfan Hutch. Never forget Nico needs an Ohio State quarterback to become relevant. So, Nico, I'm kind of wondering that, Michigan's quarterbacks never found your talent, but you got this Ohio State guy. Oh, see, look, we even respect the rival. MSU sucks, but I love your show and contact. The Michigan hate. That's the fair. See, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to think these thoughts. Otherwise, this rivalry is pointless. I'm supposed to think Nico Collins, Michigan bust. Like, bro, they didn't throw you the ball. But I love his game, and I can't lie, can't front. I had him in my fantasy league a couple years ago. I was very happy with his production. Oh, my God. I think 2 years ago. Last year might have been a little bit of a dip for C.J. Stroud. But I'm expecting competitiveness, and I'm expecting Arnold and Reed to at least record some interceptions. I'm expecting some good competition as this goes on. So I'm expecting things to go very, very well. I hope. What do you guys expect from DJ Reed and Tyrion Arnold? Who wins the battle? Who wins the opportunity? I think the Lions have a great chance. Great chance to have a lot of success. CJ Stroud, I think, when there's opportunity to get pressure, I think the Lions defense is going to get after it. Joint practices start tomorrow. One joint practice, just one, tomorrow. I'm excited to see that when the full team periods happen. Hopefully you guys like the new banner. I definitely always wanted to improve upon what was going on. And then I think a lot of people also are interested. I might not, have have a chance to see exactly how the Lions defense does in the full team periods, but I'll be trying to watch. But for sure, I definitely got to see St. Brown and J-Mo against Derek Stingley and Kamari Lassiter. Guys, that's main event quality stuff. They're both cornerbacks for the Texans are pretty solid. I love this joint practice. I think D'Amico Ryan is a guy from San Francisco that learned under Robert Saleh. He's going to be aggressive. It's going to be worthwhile for the Lions. And I think that when Dan and D'Amico talked today, probably beforehand to set this all up, they're going to be like, listen, get after our guy. Bring it. Goff and Hooker and Allen need the work. St. Brown and J-Mo. Oh, man, that's going to be a fun matchup. And then the guy that Mike Valenti wants to trade, I'm still shocked. Brian Branch, like I said, everybody saw that he had a great practice. Everybody saw that Brian Branch was flying all over the place, wanted to hit people, and he got after it. Stroud had an amazing breakout year. Last year was different. The league kind of figured him out a little bit, and he tailed off. Now he's got to come back in year 3. That first year was amazing. And I think it's worth noting, too, in our talk, too, that Brian Branch is a player that I think maybe even has a higher ceiling than Kirby Joseph. I got to ask you guys, who's better? Is it Brian Branch or Kirby Joseph? We're lucky to have both. My goodness, are we lucky to have both? And then, some work. Sheldon Rankins against Tate Ratledge. Rankins will be a good opponent as he's very seasoned and savvy. And he's got moves. And he should provide Tate Ratledge with a lot of opportunity to grow. Any other matchups that I missed? That's what we're watching. That's what we're going to be watching tomorrow. I know, it's just ridiculous, right, Brent? So there's no chance that the Lions are going to give up a piece to acquire anybody. That's just the way it is. And so I just want to spend a few minutes. I do think that Tyrion Arnold has had a decent camp. You saw him in a video locked up. I should find it. He locked up against J-Mo step for step, and we can see the improvement and the confidence. Oh my goodness, does he have confidence? He's a player that's moving well. He's confident in his abilities, and what he's really showcased is that, hey, if a play happens against him, you get to the next one, and he understands that, hey, when you make plays and you're after it, then you have a chance to be successful. A lot of people are impressed with Tyrion Arnold, and my goodness, it's fun. It's fun to see. Fun to see a player. What do you expect from Tyrion Arnold this year? What do you guys expect? Do you guys expect him to get to that 3-4 interception range? I do. I think he's got the chance. He's got the chance to be successful, got the chance to work hard and be a player that is able to make plays and be consistent at the highest level. It's just a true talent. And I think TA, quietly confident, but also when he needs to speak up, he'll speak up. You got to like that. Tyrion Arnold, DJ Reed, a combination that I think will help a lot of people, will help this defense, and I think help the defensive line. So let's look at this here. I know where to find it. Our guys, our friends at the Detroit Times, they definitely know how to lift the videos from the Lions. I try not to do it too much, in regards to, lifting videos, but you got to do it a little bit because everybody else does. I'll leave it for others. Look at this. Look at this. This is TA locked up against J-Mo. Step for step. Didn't bite for the move too much. Look at that. Step for step. Understands his positioning. Okay, boom. And is able to recover. Incomplete. You got to enjoy it. It's good cornerback play. We always say friends don't let friends play cornerback. But when you make a good play, you got to be appreciative of good, definitely technique, footwork, and closing speed. Look at that. That's what we've been seeing in camp all the time. And some DBs fall for that and are not able to recover. So credit to TA. That's from the Lions. That was shared by the Detroit Times. They love me. Half my clicks are from the Detroit Times. I love that. I'm kept in business by the Detroit Times. So it's a great opportunity, man. I just can't wait to see how TA does in these joint practices. Give him a lot of credit. He's a player that's grown and really weathered the storm last year when he was able to withstand all the penalties and the noise that surrounded it. My other favorite, the two big favorites, I think this one might be my biggest favorite. The other half is Crunch Time, my friend Booner. Man, I'm not going to lie. I really like that banner of you solo. That's really top notch. I was really impressed. You got me to come into the show based off of that banner. Headliner. Now, I'm going to tease it a little bit. I might just straight out lie when I come to your show today. I might be telling the truth. I might just lie. You never know. But tune in. My favorite part of the week is thinking up what to cook for Booner and his crew. Booner's the man. He can host a show by himself. He's done his best work solo. Booner and Hefe getting after it. Booners, are you alone? If it's you alone, it's going to fly off the rails with like 5 minutes. There's no way you can control it. Yeah, Booner's done his best work solo. Oh, this one, tune in, guys. 8:45. Hell, I might come in earlier. Hour and a half. We're going to have to debate it. We're going to yell at each other tonight. We are going to scream at each other tonight. Get ready. Bring your facts. Bring your lies. Bring your agendas. Fireworks is going to happen tonight. Respectfully, with my guy Booner, who does his best work solo. There will be lies. There will be truths. There will be information. There will be entertainment. And there will be fireworks. All right. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm excited for it. All right. Got about 10 minutes left. I'm going to hop out of here. If you want a pair of Lions passes to joint practice, let me know you want them. There's a couple people in the lead right now. Look at Booner. Booner's like, just tell me now. Look at it. Look at how this guy does his business. What is the take? Put 2 and 2 together, Slick. I think you're going to figure it out. Put 2 and 2 together. I might change it. Oh, my God. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he doesn't do his best work solo. Maybe he needs an extra person there to help him. Yes, make sure you tune in. We're going to preview. I'm giving you an 8-hour preview. Oh, it's going to be fun. All right. Good. I got something to ignite everybody. Good. It's going to be fun. It will be clippable. I noticed how you clip others, Booner. You're not clipping me at the rate that I like. I need 3 clips. I'm going to try to aim so that it's guaranteed that I get 3 of my comments clipped on your show today. It'll be a fun time. I'm excited for the joint practice. Oh, my God. Booner's like, I don't clip. Well, somebody does. Aren't you in charge? Say, hey. Booner's like, I'm not taking no responsibility. Oh, my God. I'm never getting clipped. Those are the guys that pick? All right, we'll get after it. We'll have a good time. Absolutely, Attila the Hun. Get your questions in. Super chat, super thanks. Heard Kennelly was looking great. Kennelly was looking great playing with the first team. Yeah, 27 got his number written down. Absolutely. He was great. He's got a spot. There's no 53-man roster, I believe, that's credible, that you've read, that doesn't have him on it this last round. He's on it. He's on the team. He's on the team. All right. And so, again, credit TA for the work that he did. I'm very impressed. And now from the offensive side, I expect Goff and Hendon Hooker to at least do some things. I'm expecting Hooker to at least, hey, show some competitive fire that, hey, I need this decision to be awful if they're going to cut me. I think he needs to make it tough. I do think right now it's Kyle Allen's job, and I want to see the offense do well. I want to see Ken Kennelly and others that get an opportunity, can they do well against the Texans? Brent, you asked the toughest question. That's the question now that has racked the brains of the media that talk to each other at Allen Park. Where does Lovett stand? He made good catches yesterday. And so I have to revert back to Jackson Meeks is strong. I would like to find a way to keep Jackson Meeks and Lovett, both of them, but that's a couple pair of special teamers that do different things. Jackson Meeks, I think, has right now is a little bit ahead offensively, but Lovett, in regards to special teams prowess, the versatility is making it tough. So as we speak, this is a big game for Lovett and for Jackson Meeks. No two, probably the third biggest person for is Keith Cooper. Now, the problem lies here. We got a problem now. You want to keep Hendon Hooker? You might have to lose Lovett or Meeks, and they might get picked up somewhere else. I always say Brad Holmes will favor his draft picks because that's a lot of work being done on somebody. But if Meeks gets a couple touchdowns, I wonder how the Lions view him, declaring he's one of the best players in the world. Now, I know what he's saying. I'm in the league, so I'm considered one of the top guys. He's confident. A little too soon. You got to make the team first before you start with that. You got to make the team. And the draft pick usually has the lead, but, we got a little bit of a clue from Dave Phipp. He loves the versatility of both. He likes what they bring to the table. Yeah, you're right. He's Lovett's a 7th rounder, but Jackson Meeks got the $200K, the big undrafted free agent deal. So that is a tough thing. Now, Mekhi Wingo being back, he probably won't be on pup. Maybe they see him. He said he feels like he'll be ready week 1. That means he's not going to go on the pup list. You need a spot for him on the roster. He was always on all our pup lists to give us another spot. It means you got to whack. Sorry, Hendon Hooker, you need that spot. Otherwise, you might lose them both. I agree. Meeks has played better. But again, I always go with history and that draft picks in the history of the league, and especially with Brad Holmes. You've done work. You've done great things. And it would be one of the rare times they cut a draft pick out of camp. Exactly. That's another thing, too, for Meeks. Getting Darius, which I told Booner, boat season. Man, my man took 2 vacations in camp. When is he going to come back? At the end of camp. When's he coming back? At the end of camp. He was like, I'm not spending the last week in Detroit. I want to spend it in St. Lucia. That's the deal. So, joint practice, I'm expecting very even competitiveness. And listen, for the doc, for the brand, for the page views, let's just start fighting. I hope someone throws down. Fighting is great for content. I forget, man. I think the Lions rules is you can't video during practice, but somebody will have to figure it out if there's a fight. This should not be hidden. I think it could be there. Absolutely. Booner, is that a signed Magic Johnson jersey? Absolutely. My office is the best vibe for creativity that a human could have. My other wall is full of wrestling belts and more of these posters with Michigan State, Red Wings, Michigan State's 2000 win, 79 win, a signed SI Miguel Cabrera thing. It's a great office. It breeds creativity. I can do good solo work here. So we get after it. Yeah, Michael knows. Meeks was praised for his special teams work. It's like I said, we were clowning around because a lot of reporters had 6-7 wide receivers on their 53 man. I think it's going to end up being 6, but that's going to be tight, man. That's the work. Me and Christian will both do one this weekend. Probably mine will come out later. His will probably come out Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We'll have them. All right. 5 minutes left. If you want the tickets, now's your last chance. More comments. Let me know you want them. Let me know you want to attend. It's a fun time. You get to watch practice for a couple hours. Booner knows. You get to watch, and it's interesting too. Like for me, I would be more of the one that want to sit where Booner was sitting and watch football. But man, if you sit up front, you can get some autographs. It's a good time. Just make sure you hydrate, have a good time. So I can't believe it, man. Training camp is about to wrap up tomorrow. It's the last practice. So tomorrow, 10:30 is the practice time. And it'll wrap up 12:30. We'll talk to players. We'll try to get to the office as soon as possible around, let's say I got to write up the observations. So 12:30, hopefully it ends around that time. Talk to the players till 1:15, right till 2:15, get to the office, maybe 3:30-ish, recap everything. Yep, there's 2, I think, in the lead right now. Let me know. Get your last-ditch effort if you want them. Going to give it away live probably about 5 minutes. It's going to be fun practice, competitive ahead of the game. I think, who do you guys think this practice is most important for? I think Hendon Hooker, Jackson Meeks, Lovett, Keith Cooper, Lauren Strickland. Who do you think needs to step it up? I think on the roster, that you think because a lot of starters are going to be able to rest, you're going to see a lot of starters. So I think that you want to see Graham Glasgow on the offensive line step it up, pick up the blitz. Look at you, Superfan Hutch, new YouTube member. Much appreciated. Thanks for the subscription. Much appreciated. That's right. Thank you. Can't believe I did not sub sooner, Doc. Sorry. You deserve it, buddy. Absolutely. Get in $5 pretty soon as we continue to grow this over the years. Whatever happens, I have to do this. This is fun. Booner made the water warm for me to try it. And others said, hey, do a show. Like I said, it's looking like I could do a daily Monday through Friday show or talk Lions for a half hour to an hour a day with the support of you guys. So we'll get after it. Yeah, I'm expecting the Lions offense to step it up, and I expect to see that Aiden Hutchinson is able to do some things. Detroit fan, man, good question. Get your last-minute questions in. Is Wingo already fully participating, or is he getting acclimated? Nice to have some defensive line depth. Yesterday was the team periods. Yesterday was the time where he worked with the team. And let's be accurate. There are different periods. There are individual group periods where the defensive line does work, and then there are team periods. He was there, but he was getting acclimated and doing his work, but not involved in a heck of a lot of full 11 on 11 rep periods. Getting acclimated, stepping his way up. He definitely said that he's got to get back in football shape. So it will be in a scenario in which it takes his time. He said he'll be ready week 1, but I don't think so. I don't think he'll be ready to get after it and contribute at the highest level possible over a Keith Cooper or a Nate Lynn. So give him time. Maybe the Ravens. You unleash him against the Ravens. No new updates on the timelines. But everyone feels like McNeil is working well. Rodrigo, which is good. Rodrigo, I think, is one on a more standard timeline, middle of the year. McNeil has a chance to come back prior to what was expected. So I think that McNeil has a real good chance, but no rush. You don't want to rush these guys back from their ACLs because that's when you increase the risk of re-injury. Jennifer, is it possible to go with only 2 tight ends to keep an extra receiver? Man, that's tight. I don't think so. I think you're going to keep 3. It's possible, but that's not with a blocking league. You need some depth there. You need some competition. So I would not do that. I'm going to put 3. I think 3 tight ends, if not 4. Zach Horton can block. That's going to be tight. You got Laporta, Zylstra, Brock Wright battling. Kenny Yeboah didn't have a chance to make it competitive, so he won't be there. And then you have Zach Horton, who's been blocking, making plays. So that might be tight, 3 or 4. Man, that 53 man, you guys know, Jennifer, it's going to be tight. It's going to be a tough decision. There'll be minutes spent. There'll be minutes spent. And then next week, we'll get those answers as to what made the decision from Brad Holmes next week. So, absolutely, Andrew. They use a lot of 2 tight end sets, so almost need 3. What are you guys expecting to read about tomorrow? Hopefully, it's a fun time. All right. Listen, it was a close decision, super close, but I can't, in good conscience, pass on somebody taking their dad on their 70th birthday. If Virginia's still here, you got 3 minutes to type in so I can find you. Otherwise, I'm going to go somewhere else. Virginia, who said she's going to take her dad to the practice, will win the tickets. I can't. It'd be great. Great memory. It'll be a great time. So, Virginia, if you're still here, let her know. You messaged early. Did you watch the whole show? You got about 3-4 minutes before I got to bounce. Otherwise, I'm going to go with a different individual. All right, Virginia. Now, simple. You've won. You've declared. You're still here. Happy birthday to your dad. How can I not? I'm a human being. I'm a nice guy. So, your simple task is at Detroit Podcast. Keep it clean. Message me your email. And you shall receive, within the next 10 minutes, a pair of passes. And hopefully, I'll message you again tomorrow. Doesn't have to happen. Or at the very least, because I was busy, and I'm not a big timer, you at least send a photo to me of you and your dad enjoying the afternoon. And it'll make me feel good about the work that I did to wait in line to get you guys the opportunity. Congratulations. Take your dad. Have a good time. Take him to lunch. 70. Virginia Mosley's dad. Props to you. God bless you. We say in Arabic, Inshallah meet Sini. I hope it's 100 years. God bless you, man. Your daughter's great. She hustled for you. Enjoy it. Be cool. Have a good time. Watch Detroit Lions football and enjoy your birthday. Think of Detroit Lions on SI. At Detroit Podcast, as you see right there. At Detroit Podcast. Message me, and the second you send me your email, they will be shipped. Congratulations. Fun times. Thank you guys for the hour. Peace and love. What we do here, we spread fun. I'm only here because of you guys and the work that we've done over the last decade and the last 7 years covering the Lions. And like I said, 40 next week, if I record every single day to next Thursday we'll recap what Brad Holmes says. That'll be 40 straight live broadcasts. Straight. Monday through Sunday, 40 broadcasts to kick off whatever it is we're going to do. We're going to kick off whatever it is, whether it be the Lone Wolves Daily Show, whatever it is, we're going to kick off something. But I appreciate everybody's time. Let's get after it. That's my time for today. Remember, you can trust Doc, and I'm here to create memories and cause debates. Booner, get ready. Might retire after today. See you tomorrow.